Well, hello there, and thanks for joining us on this edition of the Morning Brunch. I'm Caleb, here with Kelly and Jamie. This is a chance for us to dive deeper into some of the stories that we spoke about on the show, or things just happening in life. We're officially into October, which is kind of crazy to think about. The year is flying by.
But it's still so warm.
I know.
What is going on? I mean,
Changes are coming down the
are.
road. They're
Yeah.
just not immediately here.
Right. And yesterday I was outside in the sun in a tank top, and it wasn't till the end of the day that my daughter told me, "Your shirt's on inside out, Mom." So if you saw me and my tag was hanging out the side,
Well, at least
I
she
got
told
up
you.
early.
You know, at least she told you
Yeah, at the end
eventually.
of the day.
Yeah, she ended up bringing it to your attention. But one thing in the fall, when it gets colder, you try to stay inside and do more things.
Yeah.
And this first story we're going to talk about is kind of on that wavelength. Young adults are actually more likely to watch television with subtitles. As according to a new study by the AP, found that 4 in 10 people under the age of 45 say that they use subtitles often, compared to 3 in 10 people over 45. Viewers 60 and older were more likely to say that they never use subtitles. I am a subtitle person through and through. I always make the joke, I can't hear without the subtitles on. If it's a loud environment, just generally speaking, I want to be able to read what I'm watching and listening to.
well, you need to have them for Squid Game.
Sure.
Yes, yeah. For anything that where you have a thicker accent even,
Yes.
I will put on subtitles just so I'm understanding exactly what I'm watching, you know, and sometimes actors mumble a little bit. And so that's another reason why I'll put on subtitles.
My kids always have them on, and I am not a subtitle person, so I always have to go in, and I had to learn that. Like, how do I turn these off? Just pushing around, I found it, and I think they like it on because our house can be loud, you know. They watch
Sure.
TV right by the kitchen, so I'll be in there cooking, and they just like to see. And then it can, you know, be helpful to like teach them a little bit of reading.
Yeah.
And the older two don't really need it, but my youngest can probably get a lesson from that.
I feel like I don't miss a beat when I have the subtitles on. I know exactly what's going on at all times. The only times I really won't use them are sports because it's live, and then there's also a little bit of delay on the subtitle and the captioning anyway, and then at the movie theater. But that's because,
Well,
you know, it's out of my control at that point.
I think with sports, I don't want to see that the Browns are doing bad any other way than just watching them, okay? So I'm not going to have them on for sports either.
You know, we can, a little bit about football, though. The Browns are doing better than the Bengals,
Ooh,
relatively
isn't that
speaking,
crazy?
right now. I mean, the Bengals are getting trounced on by people. And the Browns are losing, but it's not at that rate.
Yeah, they're not getting blown out. They're still kind of in the game,
Yes.
so to speak. So we'll
And
see.
a quarterback change is coming up. I feel like I just saw that a few minutes ago. That Dylan Gabriel might be named as the starter.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So wait and see, I guess.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have newly released Instacart data from last October, and it's giving us a glimpse of America's favorite Halloween candy. The winner across the board is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. They're the most ordered treat in the country. Peanut and regular M&Ms are not far behind.
Okay.
And coming in fourth are Kit Kats, followed by Snickers and Sour Patch Kids. And here in Ohio, we follow the national trend, and Reese's are the most purchased spooky treat. And people are also gearing up for Halloween a little sooner in the season, as they've been shopping weeks ahead of October. So I do love Reese's, and I love Reese's brand Take 5. I love that. It's the pretzel in the peanut butter and the chocolate. Like, it's just everything in one small package that I just love.
It's a little bit of salty, a little bit of sweet, everything you could ask for in a candy. You also said you like 100 grand.
100 grand is good too. That chewy caramel with the crispy stuff in it, Rice Krispie treat looking things.
Yeah, let's not overlook M&Ms though either.
M&Ms
Those are
a good
perfect.
shout.
Yeah, I am a Reese's girl through and through.
Really?
But original, like not any
Peanut
of
butter
the
cups.
Yes, the original peanut butter cups. I think like the Christmas trees, there's just too much peanut butter. I think any of the like specialty
Pumpkins.
ones, the pumpkins, any of the like heart-shaped ones for Valentine's Day, I think there's just too much peanut butter in them.
Sure, I'm just flabbergasted. Candy corn is not anywhere on here
Gross.
because that is that's probably why.
Like, no.
But when I think of the fall and Halloween in particular, candy corn comes to mind. My stepdad loves candy corn. I'm indifferent about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really move me either way.
I'm not going to reach for the candy corn.
No.
If there's candy corn out and there's other candy like chocolate, I'm not going to reach for the candy corn.
The only way I'm gonna eat candy corn is with peanuts because it tastes like a Baby Ruth. If you
Interesting.
take a candy corn and a peanut and eat them at the same time, Baby Ruth.
Okay.
I would try that.
I've had these pumpkin, almost gummy-like, but they're the same texture as candy corn.
Oh, I know what you're talking
And
about.
those
good.
are decent.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any Halloween candy that sticks out in particular. Now, Easter time, the Starburst jelly beans, those are my favorite.
I don't like jelly beans. Maybe if I do like jelly beans, it's black licorice. I know everybody
Oh
hates
my
that.
goodness.
I don't know.
No, thank you. If we're talking about Easter candy, the Esther Price eggs.
Oh yeah.
You ever had those?
No, I have not, but we have spoken about this before.
You need to go to Esther Price and get the cream-filled eggs.
See, I feel like you all are more chocolate people than I am. I'll eat chocolate, but it's kind of what you said. If it's out there, I'll go for it, but it's probably not my first grab.
I will love a sour candy any day.
Oh, yeah, me too, yeah.
Sour Patch Kids,
Yeah.
Sour Punch straws, like I'll take it all.
The Sweet Tart ropes.
Oh yeah.
Those are so
Yum.
good. You gave me a pack of those. Gone.
Those are good. I know
I
because
ate
I had them at my house, and I was like, and you had mentioned it one day, and I said,
love
yeah,
that.
I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put these to good use.
I'm not ashamed. I ate those in one sitting. I did. To myself, I ate them in one sitting.
Smashed
the whole,
them.
yeah.
Loved
The
it.
whole bag. Yeah.
Hey, treat yourself.
I know. I
I'm
did.
not mad at it at all.
I treat
And this
myself
time,
a little
of
bit
the
too much.
year, though, it's kind of for treating yourself. And that's what I think you're getting into next.
Yeah. A lot of people are happy to say goodbye to summer. I am not. I love the summer. But for people who are, you're not alone. Some people believe that the fall season can be beneficial actually to your brain. And a psychologist at the Cleveland Clinic says that warm changing colors, soft clothing, and just the scent of fall spices are all pleasurable to our brains. With children in school, fall also brings that more predictable, consistent schedule. And the cooler weather and less daylight make it easier to get more sleep. I don't know about that one, but because I don't get a lot of sleep any time of year. But I do love the scents and the spices of fall.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a nice transition. I love the changing seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoy pumpkin scented items. I think I have an air freshener in my home right now that's pumpkin scented. I will say this, the fall in the Midwest is much better than growing up in California because we don't really see the seasons. But here, the foliage, football season, stews, buffalo chicken dip. You guys know I love buffalo chicken dip. Those are all things you associate with this time of the year. And then I also think too, football and all those things, it brings you closer to your family and friends.
Yeah, for sure. I love fall. I just have had a hard time getting into fall mode because it's been so warm. I really need the weather to cooperate if I'm going to be feeling it. So it's hard to go pick out a pumpkin when you're wearing shorts. You're not going on a hayride in shorts. That's going to hurt. So yeah, we need some cooler weather.
October, November, December are 3 great months of the year. The problem is when you get to January, February, and March, it's just so cold outside. So you're excited for it, but then you know that the downslope is coming.
Right, and you've got to get through it. Like after New Year's, it's like, why? Why are we still cold?
We had a tough winter too.
You know what I don't mind about fall though are the cool mornings. And then even though we've had these warmer days, I don't mind that. I like the warmer days and then the cool mornings and cool nights because you're getting a little taste of fall in that way.
That's true.
It's great for, going to Kings Island or something haunted mazes or something like that. Pumpkin patches.
And we do like doing a little bonfire in the backyard when we're not in a drought, of course.
Emphasis on that.
Yeah, don't burn up the backyard.
For sure. And it's always this time of the year, with the summer we've had. I mean, it was so humid and sticky and hot in March. And so I would say month or so has been really nice because it's been warmer, but it hasn't been that oppressive humidity. And so we're ready for the seasons to change slowly.
And we're feeling that a little bit in the mornings and at night, but just not during the day.
During the day.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's coming
It
though.
will come.
Things are going to change, and then we'll have to adjust as necessary. But I'm ready for flannel season as well. I'm going to hit a hayride in some capacity. I might go to Kings Island this weekend and do
That's what
Haunt
I'm planning
Fest.
on.
Are you doing Haunt Fest?
I want to do Haunt Fest, yes. So, but Friday night. That's
Okay.
when I'm planning on going.
Strictly Haunt Fest.
Yeah, strictly Haunt Fest because I've ridden all the rides this summer. I just think that I'm ready for to be scared. I like the fight or flight,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
I like
It's
a little
fun.
bit of a jump. Yeah.
Okay. Now, one of your kids last year was talking a big game. He was ready to go to Kings Island to Haunt Fest or
Yep.
Fright Fest, and he got there and said, "Yeah, I can't do
Had
this."
this whole plan. I'm gonna, yell back at the monsters.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. We get there and it was tears. Like, we didn't even go into a haunted house. It was just the
Yeah.
scare zone
Yeah.
that we walk around.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, so we had to get the necklace.
So there are haunted houses, and then there are the
Yes.
actors who walk around as
Yes.
well. And is there a designated area, or is it kind of around the entrances for roller coasters too?
There's not, I wouldn't say designated because they will go out of it, but there are certain areas that
Where
you
you
know
know.
they're going to
Okay.
be. And then there's also like a couple areas where they really decked it out. Like there's a pirate area you go through. Last year, I don't know if they'll do that again, and then there's that pumpkin area over by the stunt coaster. So they have little scenes that you
Okay.
can walk through.
Is that child of yours going to take another try this year?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we're going to try
Yeah.
because I like it. So he has to come, right?
Yeah. So a few years ago, my cousin and I, we went, and several of my cousins, we all went. And so, I don't know, he was probably about 10, 11, something like that. And so we go into one of the houses and there's like a coffin that they put you in. And so
They put you in?
yeah, they
Oh,
put
I
you in
didn't
it
know
and then
that.
they slide you down on like a conveyor belt type thing. Okay.
gosh.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. But so anyways, he was talking a big game and he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in and
Yeah.
everything. And so we go in, he turns right around and pushes me. So I'm the one that has to go in the coffin and I wake up and then I see, well, I don't wake up, I didn't fall asleep or anything. But then there's like the scary people above
Oh.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
They open up the coffin, there's the scary people above me. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I won't be doing if I go to Kings Island. I won't be in the coffin, but we have more fall-themed things to talk about. Stick with us, we'll be right back. You said he got the
Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us for the morning brunch. And we're talking about stories that everybody's talking about, digging into some of the stories that have caught our eye or
Sure.
some of the trends that have caught our eye. And I think you're going to kick us off here.
Yes, this one I found particularly interesting. I'll let you know why in a little bit. A new study finds people should probably stay away from trying to be funny at work. This is a study done by the University of Arizona. It says the downside of cracking a joke is harder than what you might gain by landing a good one. Managers who used humor effectively were seen as more confident and competent. However, when the joke didn't land, the same manager lost status and credibility. The study also found bosses who joke too often can push employees into pretending to be amused, which can then drain energy. This is from a management standpoint.
Yeah.
From a coworker standpoint, though, I think a little jokey joke does people well, especially
Yeah.
with the time we get into work at the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to laugh and let loose sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. How can you work with Jack Pole and not laugh?
Yes,
Like, he is
Jack Paul's
constantly
very
funny.
quick-witted.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember one year this kind of goes along with the jokes and everything. One year for Christmas, I was working on Christmas Eve. And so it was another producer and me. And so we took everybody's computers in the newsroom and we wrapped them up and said, Merry Christmas from engineering, and people thought they got new computers. Everybody thought they got
They
new
unwrapped
computers.
it.
And so
Oh,
they're
man.
like, people came in, they're like, oh my gosh, there are new computers in the newsroom. Everybody got new computers because they were all wrapped
Sure.
in gift wrap.
Yeah.
And no, it was just
No,
us
they were
playing
the
a break.
same- they were
And
the
then they
same
realized
computers.
it was the same old tired down computer that broke down all the
And
time.
they thought it was engineering.
yeah,
Who wrapped it?
because I wrote from engineering.
From engineering. Honestly, I'm impressed with the fact you wrapped it. How long did that take you?
Not that long, I'm pretty fast with wrapping.
I'm saying that's
Yeah.
that's a labor of love
Yeah,
right there.
no, I'm pretty fast with wrapping, and I had like extra gift wrap from my gifts and whatever gifts I was giving out that year, and so yeah, I just took them, and wrapped all the computers, and said, "Happy Christmas from engineering."
That's funny. This story I think caught my eye. I'm watching a show on Peacock right now called St. Dennis Medical. Have either of you ever heard of this? It's imagine the office in a hospital. It's very, very similar. I think it's hilarious.
love
but the
that.
boss on this show, she's always pushing the boundary of like trying to be too cool with her subordinates. And then it ends up getting weird. And so I think that's why I caught this, because I think I'm on episode 9 or 10 of the first season. I want to say the second season is coming out pretty soon too.
Yeah, that's totally Michael Scott too.
Yeah, and that's what else I thought of was
absolutely.
he would say something, he'd be like, yeah, Michael, you can't say that to people.
Nope.
That's a classic. It's so good.
Yeah, it is such a good show.
Well, do you guys ever dream? Do you remember your dreams?
It depends.
Okay.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
like maybe once every few months.
Yeah.
It's not often.
No.
I'm more often than that. I have very vivid dreams. We nap on this shift, and even just yesterday, I had about 3 vivid dreams I could tell you about in
wow.
sequence.
Well, this next one might be for you because
see.
a design studio has created a bedside device that can translate your dreams into visual art. So it sits beside your bed, quietly recording brainwave activity while you sleep. You may also say your dream out loud when you wake up. Then, using a mix of neuroscience and AI, it interprets and reconstructs your thoughts into visual narratives. Dreams are stored for a week for you to play back and reflect on their meanings. So I feel like I don't dream that often. I have to get into deep sleep and sleep for several hours in order for me to dream and remember my dreams, and that just doesn't happen on this shift. I sleep for 2 hours at a time. But I do know when I do dream, I always dream of like falling because I jerk
then
in
you
my
wake
sleep.
up.
And then I wake up, yeah.
Yeah. I dream about not being prepared for something, whether it is coming into work and have not seen
Done that
any
before.
weather information and I have to do weather and I'm like, oh, I don't even know. Not knowing my lines for a play, enrolling in a college course and showing up to find out it's the final and I haven't been to any classes. So this is like my underlying fear is that I'm not going to be prepared, I'm sure.
Sure. Have you ever had a dream where you knew it was a dream?
I don't know if I have. I don't think so.
That's happened to me more often than not, I would say, in the last couple of years. I have this almost checklist. It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I have a checklist in my head of things. If something weird is happening, I'll be like, did I remember myself waking up this morning? And if I can't remember that I woke up or how I woke up, I know it's a dream.
And so in
Which
your dream, you were consciously
I will,
doing
I
this?
will not consciously, but there will be a point where I will realize this is a dream, and then I usually wake up shortly after because then I want to check what time it is and see how much longer I can sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't realize that. And in fact, when I sleep, sometimes I'll wake up. If I take a little nap in the middle of the afternoon, I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, why didn't anybody call me? I missed the whole day. And then I realize like, oh, I've only slept for,
I've done that
an
before, too.
hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So I get real disoriented in terms of time.
Yeah, I've done that before. When you wake up and it says 5, and on our shift,
like,
you're like 5 a.m.
5 a.m.? Oh my gosh.
Especially in the wintertime.
when it's dark.
When it starts
Yep.
getting dark outside, you could definitely think you accidentally overslept.
Yeah, absolutely. Not something we want to do on
No,
a regular
no.
basis.
Definitely not.
So we're going back to Halloween now. So there is one city in South Carolina that is going all out for Halloween. Starting October 1st, they got everything ready. Conway, South Carolina officially became the city of Halloween. This theme for this year's Halloween Town is The Wizard of Oz, which is my favorite movie.
That's fun.
It's complete with a tornado, the flying monkeys, and even the apple orchard where Dorothy meets the Tin Man.
Oh, look,
Ooh, the Wicked
that's really
Witch.
good.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Here we have something like that locally. Foy's and
yeah.
Fairborn, they turn the entire main street of Fairborn. If you haven't been,
Wow.
put that on your list
Okay. It's
because
fun.
they turn the entire main street into Halloween Town.
Yeah, and Fairborn is not far from me now, so I
No.
definitely got to go check it out.
Yeah, and they deck out the whole street. So Mike Foy owns all of those stores on the main street of Fairborn. So go check out his house even. It's all decked out in Halloween.
I think this is another example of fall things I'm learning more about in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So we didn't really celebrate Halloween huge. This year though, on a Friday, I was thinking the other day, what am I going to dress up as? I got to find something
Yeah.
good.
Where
We
you
needed
gonna-
to get a good group costume too for the
Okay.
show. We'll talk later. We'll figure
Yeah,
something out.
I'm supposed to go to a party and I got to think of something to do.
Do you have a theme for that party? Is there a
think
theme? So there's a party that my fiance and I are going to, and the theme is serial killers. So it can be like actual serial and then
Killers.
killer, or Ted Bundy type.
Yes.
And so we have a really good idea, but I can't reveal it right now.
Right.
Okay.
You always keep yours kind of secret
Yeah.
until.
Have
Yeah.
have you heard of the rhyme time costumes? Those ones are fun too. It'll be like a cowboy and play toy, and so somebody might be like Woody, and then somebody else would be, some type of toy.
I think my daughter did this at school once. They were tennis pro, and then her friend was a bro.
Yes, things like
okay,
that.
yeah,
I've enjoyed those. I like group costumes and things that coordinate. One of my friends and I in college, we were peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
Cute.
I
That
like
was a
Yeah.
good one. A variety of ones over the years as
I
well.
made my 2 boys do the Beastie Boys with me last year because
Oh,
it's
that
my
one's
favorite.
fun.
And I'm like, you guys, I had the short hair growing back from chemo treatment, and I was like, you guys, you have to just do this bucket list costume for
Yes,
me, please.
yes.
And so yeah, I was Ad Rock, Luke was MCA, and Jake was Mike D.
That
Oh,
is
so fun.
hilarious.
Probably one of my favorite costumes, I think, has been the Cheshire Cat.
Oh yeah.
So
that
I
was
went,
cool.
I went as the Cheshire Cat one year, and I took pink blush because I'm worried about face paint. And I took pink blush, and it was all over my face, unrecognizable. Nobody knew who I was. Had a pink wig on, little cat ears.
You go all out.
I do go
because
all
I've
out.
seen you were Cher.
I was Cher.
Cher.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
I was Cher a couple years ago,
Okay.
and so I had the sparkly fringe wig.
Yeah.
That was.
I
Wonder
like that.
Woman one.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman.
I'm
yeah.
big on if you're gonna do it, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite holiday, so you have to.
I love that. Well, if you're looking for things to do this weekend, here's a couple. Belmont Porch Fest is this Saturday, October the 4th, on Wimburn Avenue in Dayton from 2 to 7 p.m. The benefits go to Secret Smiles charity. Bring chairs and drinks. Food will be available, though, and there will be live music from Josh Webb, Sparkita, and Angel from the Gallows. Sounds like a good time.
So much going on actually this weekend. Another thing, the Hydro Bowl. It's happening at Cedar Creek, October 4th and 5th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can watch some of those boat races all for free. And Jamie, it's supposed to be a pretty good weekend for it.
You're going to want to get in the lake
Yeah.
at this point. We're going to be
Yeah.
in the mid 80s, so it'll be warm.
Wow.
We also have Huber Haunt's Trunk and Treat. That is October 5th at the Rose Music Center from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Over 100 vendors will be in attendance there, and there's also going to be some fun activities and food trucks, and candy will be passed out from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Does it feel early for a trunk or treat at the
Little
beginning
bit,
of the, beginning of the
little
month?
bit, but maybe it's because also we're experiencing those warmer conditions, and so maybe that's why we don't feel like it's time for
But
trunk
also,
or treat.
Halloween is on a Friday,
Yeah.
and probably a lot of places are going to try to schedule stuff, and it's, do you want to do your neighborhood trick or treat
I
or
was
go to
gonna
a
say,
trick or treat? Like
That is the tricky part about it falling on a Friday. Usually, if it's on a different day of the week, you can kind of plan around it. It's always the weird years when it's on a Monday or a Tuesday. Then you see the kids, trick or treating.
Yeah.
They got to get up and go to school the
Yeah.
next day.
Oh yeah.
I always hated that.
Me too.
Yeah,
That's
not
the
a fun
worst.
time. Also this weekend, the first Dayton Home Design Show is at the Convention Center this weekend. That's October 4th and 5th. Homeowners can meet with businesses and help come up with plans for home projects. Maybe I can go get some inspiration for my living room. I need to finish decorating.
How's your plant
still.
doing, by the way? Is it
The,
dead?
the plant didn't make it.
Are you kidding
The
me?
plant no, the
Ouch.
plant did not make it. Yeah.
That's sad.
It tried. It was doing very well.
It
and
tried.
then it
The plant tried.
maybe I should have named it. If I named it.
Do you know what happened? Like, did it just turn brown or did it turn
I
yellow?
think it turned maybe both.
Okay.
maybe a little
if
bit
it
of both.
turns yellow, you're overwatering it.
Okay.
And so,
So
if it's
definitely was
wilting
not
or
that.
turning brown and crisp, that means you
definitely
didn't
not
water
Yeah, it was
it.
not that. No. It's funny now I think about it. I haven't seen it since I moved places.
It's just MIA.
It's MIA. But now I'm gonna have to go get another one,
I'll get you another
and
one.
it will survive.
I'm
hopefully.
gonna give
Need
you
to be-
I'm gonna give you like a piece of paper with like instructions this time.
I need a cactus or something that's just not gonna
Yeah,
die.
that you don't need to water.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
Give it
there
a little
forever.
love.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Morning Brunch. We had a great time hanging out with you. We hope to see you back here very, very soon. Have a great rest of your week. Get outside and enjoy the nice weather, and we will see you very soon.